What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Intimate on Afro 387. I've missed you guys so much. Just in case you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any new uploads. For today's discussion, we have a very interesting topic, which is dating misconceptions for Christians. And I have some lovely guests with me for this discussion. If you're ready, I'm so ready for this. Join us and let's do this. Teammate on Afro 387.
Hello, Debbie.
How you doing?
Doing great yourself?
Good, not bad.
Yeah.
Bernard, how are you?
I'm very fine. Very fine. Hearing from you guys at least makes me cool.
There's joy in your heart.
Yes, like it doesn't even sound like it.
I do.
Oh.
I'm just thinking about the prayer you made. Yeah, it's kind of ringing in my head.
Okay. So, on today's episode, we are discussing Christian dating misconceptions. And I would like to find out from you guys what your thoughts are. For now, I have 3, but just in case you all have any other, feel free to ask. First one, I don't know, anybody can go first. So, is it okay to kiss when you are dating, like a young Christian couple dating? Is it okay to kiss? Who is going first?
Bernard, would you want to go first?
Mary, take it.
Why are you running away from this?
Mary, take it.
Bernard, I was hoping I could get it from the male point of view and then I come in. But anyways, let me just go if you'd want to take after me.
Yeah.
Well, so I believe the topic is quite broad with the misconceptions. Take it or leave it. It may come from some dating ideas that we've had as Christians, or some at a point in time a conversation we may have had growing up. Now, to me, I think these misconceptions or these I don't know if I would call them misconceptions or rather ideologies that we have, whether this is right or wrong, but I believe it's applicable to each and everyone and what is applicable to them. So you could say kissing is fine, or you could just do a quick kiss or brush of the lips and it's fine with you. Another could
brush of the lips.
Oh
Lord,
why are you so excited?
I'm not excited, but I'm just imagining. How is that? Is it like, you see how the cats eat and then they rub their mouths on the ground or something? Is that it?
I have never seen a cat eat, so I can't tell.
Like they're cleaning their mouths after eating, so they rub their mouths on the ground.
I see. I don't think that's so nice, is it?
Interesting. Anyway, so
yes, it is. Or when you say kiss, I don't know if it's a deeper kiss or a French kiss.
So you set the tone for yourself. So it's like, to every individual, it's per your discretion.
So for me, not to be biased or anything, I believe at a point in time you might kiss your partner.
Okay.
You might. It might not be something that you would consciously set out to do. You could even actually say you have boundaries. But at a point in time, something would happen and then you just kiss him. But
on the forehead or on the cheek or on the lips?
It could be anywhere. The kiss is a kiss. Well, but where you kiss also matters.
Yep.
And so in this time, when we are talking about this, we actually mean a kiss on the lips. Because why would we discuss a kiss on the cheeks?
Good point.
That doesn't drive us anywhere.
Okay.
But on the lips, they could go deeper if one doesn't come in to stop the whole contact.
Okay.
So for me, I don't think it's a bad thing for you to kiss your partner. I just my problem will be what happens afterwards, after the kiss. Yeah.
Okay. Bernard.
It's such a nice point. Okay, so I'll come from 2 points of view. Since our life is made up of 2 systems, both the physics and then the spirit being aspect. So, in terms of our physical life, I would say information. It's good, and it is not all information that we have to feed on, right? So people have philosophies for their lives, their relationships, and then boundaries, as you said earlier. But in respect of that truth or general information, it boils down to the individual. So it depends on whom is in question. So you find it difficult finding yourself there because of what you sustain as an individual. Do you get it? So it is likely about 90% to happen. Now, to kiss your partner. Do you get it? But the question is, the misconception between or around this situation is that when it happens, where it leads you to, the foundations it forms. Do you get it? That's where the misconception is, or misconception is. So I think
Totally agree with you.
It's a very difficult question, but I want to be careful with my words and then the explanation I'm giving. Well, in the other state of our life, the other part of our life, which is the spiritual aspect of our lives, it doesn't allow us to exhibit that expression. Do you understand? Even as the Bible says, we should kiss with a holy kiss, to embrace. It didn't specify the kind of kiss. Do you get it? But in our context now, we are talking to mouth kissing. Do you get it? So that scripture wouldn't 100% backtrace what we are discussing. But another scripture talks about our body being a temple. Do you understand? It hosts. It does host an embodiment which does not agree to that process. Do you understand? And when you read Corinthians, Paul was talking about we not touching. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it says, do not touch. For when you touch, there's a reflect of some things that goes on to the body. Do you understand? And he wasn't talking about the hand touch or whether the lips touch or every touch we touch. Do you get it? So what I would say is that in a way where our generation has gotten to now and the kind of information that we are exposed to, I said 90, but now I'll say 95% will easily fall to that. Willingly, unwillingly, knowingly, unknowingly. So that's what I can say for now. But to our work in life, it's not something we are supposed to do, actually. Because there are so many ways of expressing our emotions. There are so many ways of expressing our emotions. You can hug, you can carry the person on your neck. It looks archaic, but there are mediums where when you know your partner very well, you can express your happiness and your love to the person. You get it? So that's what I can say for now.
Okay, so let me just add that whatever our assertions are not the law. It's not the do. It's just our opinion. So don't take it personal. Okay, so moving on from the kissing. Is sleeping over allowed? Is it okay for you to sleep over? A Christian couple dating. Is it okay for one person to sleep over at the other person's? Bernard, this time you're going first.
Yeah, I will take that. Okay. So, for me, it would depend on the instances. Do you understand? So, if a mere friend can spend the night over at your place, what then stops your partner from spending the night at your place? You see?
But when you say a mere friend, a friend of the opposite sex.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So, I'll give you a typical example of myself.
Okay.
I have a friend at GRA. We usually have youth prayer meetings. Sometimes it starts in a whole week, every last week of the month. So Monday to Friday, we start at 10 p.m. and close at 12 a.m. Mm-hmm. And then when she comes to the program, she spends the night at my place. Mm-hmm. And so I remember one day she was like, "Hey, you are different. Eh? Like a woman comes around you, sleep on the same bed with you for a whole week and..."
What? On the same bed?
On the same bed.
You both sleep on
Yes.
And there's a space between you guys, or what?
There's a door. There's a door between us. So you see, it depends on the mutual relationship you have with the person. Do you understand? So, and your biana attract you, literally. Like, let's get it. No matter boy, girl, matter things. And you be so at that level of mutual friendship now, more as relationship is going on, that kind of attraction is there. You see, the ability to calm it or tame it is there. When you get that strength, spending the night over there is not a problem. And as I said, depending on the instances. You see, when both of you are in a very, very happy mood, sister, if God doesn't help you, you will carry the house on your head. You get it? So, like, we are just talking out of things that are probable. Do you understand?
Yes. Sure. You have to be realistic.
So, what I would say is that it's cool. It's no harm when one, you know your capabilities. And as it stands, when you know what you sustain, that's what keeps you going. What you stand for, the number of people that feeds on your existence, the generation that looks up to you. Do you get it? People that are far looking up to you, but you don't even know. When you have all these things at heart and on your mind, at least it helps you in a way. And then if you build understanding with your partner, and I don't think it should be a very big deal. Yeah. I don't just say, when you guys are spending the night together, it should be like enemies in wilderness. You get it? Like, it should be friendly, but you should just know your boundaries. It should be very, very friendly. Because what happens now is what will happen in the marriage. Nothing new. Nothing new is coming to happen. So, that kind of mindset we should work with it. As Paul said, the mindset that was in Christ Jesus should be in us as well. So what mind was in Christ Jesus that we don't also have? Do you get it? So it's not easy. 99%. If you can't, don't risk it. I remember my ex wanted to visit me, so she called that she's passing by. I said, okay, fine. As soon as I drop the call, I call Sammy. I'll be like, I need your help right now. Can you come? I'll be like, what is it at this time? So I have an unusual visitation. Can you come? And he will just come. And that day, we all slept on my bed.
It was a spiritual threesome.
Do you mean your girlfriend, before she became your ex, or she was your ex when she visited?
She was my ex.
Oh, I see. Then she still has. Wow.
So, like, you see your kind of stability, and then you get me. And I like that with my friends. As soon as you call them, or they know that someone is visiting you today, oh, they'll come home. And you can't sack them, and we all do that to help each other. You'll be there, and then you get a text message, weird one, please come. You don't have to ask so much questions. You just have to go, because you need to save your life. Do you get it? So
man down, back up.
It's funny, but these are things that has really helped us from time to time. I remember one day David called me on phone, and the things he was talking about is say it doesn't make sense. That alone makes you to understand that the guy needs help. Do you get it? He called, I was like, Charlie, are you coming? I've been waiting for long. Like, so immediately, wherever you are, you just have to dash to his house and then just be around Keke. Do you get it? And it's working. So you know yourself, you see your capacity, and then if the person, you can't spend the night with the person. That's what I can say.
Okay. Marian.
Well, I would say I totally agree with Bernard on this one, because sleeping over isn't sleeping together. I mean, sleeping together. I know what you mean. I know you understand what I mean. And so, yes, if per chance something.
What do you get?
That is not about
she understands. Yes, it's a bed, and you can sleep on the same bed and not have sex. Let me say it that way. So, if there's a situation and the person has to sleep over, or you guys went somewhere and then it's late and you want to sleep over your boyfriend's place, it shouldn't be a problem. The intent wasn't about sex in the first place. It's about finding a roof over your head for the night and then going back to your house in the morning. So I would say it's possible, and it's okay if you do so. Just know that you are not supposed to sleep with the person.
And it shouldn't be something that happens frequently, or?
Sure, definitely. Okay. It's just a one-time situation.
Now to the big bang question. The question of the moment.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Why you have
drum rolls, please?
Why you?
Is it okay to see the mandingo?
How are your listeners going to even know what mandingo means?
Mandingo means eggplant.
It means what? Eggplant. No man has eggplants.
They get it. I'm sure they get it. They understand it. Or your explanation will draw their attention to it.
I'm sure we giggling and the nervousness around the whole topic is going to let them get it.
Girl dating a fellow believer, and you just want to see, like, is it okay? Is it okay for you to see?
But
to believe.
Maybe something will happen and you see, but if you say you are just going to go and see, are you sure?
You know, so it's not okay to go like, can I see?
No, it's not right. No.
But you know how they say, like, there's this misconception that
the bigger the better.
So some of us we think that the size matters. So we want to know whether whoever we are dating has that potential, capability, capacity. So we want to see before we take it to the next step or something. Or before we say I do. Yeah, so guys, over to you. I've said enough. I'm keeping quiet now.
Yeah.
Ben, How would you feel if I come to you and I say, let me see your mandingo?
You see,
Even if we were friends, even if friendship, let's use a friend's zone version before we move into the relationship aspect. How would you feel?
okay, so depending on the should I say the kind of friendship we have, like how friendly we are, it will make at a point I may take it slightly and laugh over it, but depending on some situations, maybe I would want to know why you really want to know that. Do you get it? Like on normal grounds, if I don't get bored, that's fine. But these two things they come up. Yeah, so
On normal grounds.
but weird.
Yes, it is.
Can I see your machine? It's AK-47
Short put.
You get it? So it's weird. But one thing I want to say is that there are so many ways of killing a cat, and the end product is to get the cat dead. Right? Some uses blade to cut the neck, knife to cut the neck. They use it to hit the ground. The end product is to get the cat ready for eating. You get it? But there is one medium that makes it perfect, that anybody humanly would be pleasing to eat the cat. You understand? So I always say, you may ask me the same question, I'll be bored. Another person may ask that question in another way. I'll be laughing and answering it. So if you want to see the size, or no, I don't want to say see. If you want to know the size of your man,
His man.
like I mean, yeah, like your man in against your decisions, which I don't think at a point is so much necessary, but I'll explain that one later. In the sense that there are so many ways you can go about it in knowing. You get it? So you put up like conversations that will help him come out to say it expressingly, like with all ease. You get it? To say it. So the atmosphere you create makes the person free to talk about what you want to know. So you can examply say, oh dear, this is what I've been hearing. Oh. Like the misconception that the bigger the better. But you guys don't know, the smaller the experience.
No, we don't hear that.
Hey,
No, people will not say it.
the smaller the experience, I
You
see.
see, so like I explain that. So you see, like you put up conversations like that, and then you can ask, oh dear, like, so what's your take on this? Then he can bring his thoughts. After that, you can go ahead and say, hey, so where do you fall in the categories? Do you get it? And then every guy who is matured enough will know that this is what you really want to know. Do you get it? And then the person can bring out the information you need. Not necessarily.
What if you like?
Exactly. What he lies.
You see, you have been, should I say, dating or courting the person for some time now. You know, the person cannot be a straight line forever. There will be bends and ups, and you get me. But you know when someone is lying to you, especially if the person is your partner. Mary, you get me? You get
it? This is tricky. Like,
no, listen.
What if he doesn't even have it? Like, he has been cut off.
Listen.
Oh,
worst case scenario.
Then why would you want to get married?
Hey.
listen, like that's why these are misconceptions. So I'm not taking it so much hearty on what she's saying, but what I want her to understand is it no man will lie to you to that verge when you have put in a lot of sacrifices to the person. Do you understand? Because you make it seem to the person that it's quite important to you, and depends on how you put the conversation. So as I say, that will make the person see the kind of interest you are expressing to him on that situation. So as I was saying, the smaller or the sizable the experience is, you see, let me be a bit low on this. Like, sex is not about size. Sex is not about size. Sex is about how to communicate.
Preach.
Do you understand?
I can't
so
relate.
Pastor Isaiah will be like, what is being romantic or romancing someone? When the object is given to you, what you do with the object? If you use the object to hit the ground, bang, 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 and the object will be happy, you are on course. You get me? So it's about communicating with your partner. So if the thing is small like my more, and you know how best to communicate with your wife during the action, please, she'll be the best, happiest person you've never known. Do you get it? Because there are so many knowledge moving here and there, but there are proper ways of handling that situation as well. And as I will continue to say, people like sex. They want to venture sex, but they don't know how to have sex. And that one does not matter whether you are big, you are medium or small, extra large, 3XL, whatever. So it's about the action on field. One was so Janibia or smallish. I think Second World War or so. The shortest soldier led an army. He was the shortest. I mean, short, but because of his I've forgotten his name. Because of the ideas, the knowledge he has acquired to organize the people to fight the battle, he was the leader. And the man who said, so you know your partner, what moves the partner. You should know it. It is knowledge. And you be I was a woman who communicates nani pani who Papa also maso I am a day. Who don't say come me and me. Let the person know. That does not make you weak. That does not make you a loser.
Baby, are you listening?
Do you get it? It is not about 3XL and the 4XL matter. This is about what happens and the foreknowledge you have about what you are going to enter into.
Okay. We've heard it from a man's perspective. Mary, any addition or subtraction?
Well, I believe, yes, if you are dating someone with the intent of marrying that person, you would at a point in time be curious. I'm not sure I would go directly to ask him if I can have a look at it. But I believe there would be some opportunities that, or a point in time when I can get to maybe probably feel. Yeah, probably maybe through a hug.
I said it. There are so many ways of killing.
Maybe at a point in time.
Wait, but if you're hugging the person and your arms are around the person, how are you feeling? Are you? I'm having images. No, it's bad. I'm trying to find out how you feel from hugging the
So you see, let me help them. Eh, Vichy now they call the hagen and a boom. You get it? So you see, on normal grounds, you don't have that mindset. Say, yeah, you want to know, so you just hug normally. You get it? So let me say something like you can, or haggle, you can partially turn yourself, and then your tie can even touch the person.
Give us more.
So you see how you want to know. How you want to know is how you do it in a nice way.
Okay.
Not too obvious.
Okay. I think I get it.
Yes, it's very true. What Ben said.
Yeah,
you get it now, Debbie. So yes, and sometimes like you are seated together, and then you try putting your head on his laps. There'll be a lot of opportunities, as Ben said, that may present itself for you to have a few or have an idea how his mandingo looks like, without necessarily going out to ask him, because that could make a man very, very uncomfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for the 3 misconceptions that we had. But just in case, do you have any?
Well, Ben, do you have any?
So, like, is it cool to be cooking, assisting your partner in washing, as and when it's important to do? You know?
Yes. Washing. Unless you have a washing machine.
Thank you.
Well, for me, if I have something, it's easy for me to give it out. So, from my point of view, I've been on campus, I've lived alone for some time. And so if I have food and then my partner comes around, I can offer him food. But going to cook for him, cleaning after him in his house, that is something that I wouldn't encourage. I wouldn't want that unless we are married and I'm obliged to. But going over to his place and then cooking for him, cleaning his stuff. Well, of course, if I have a washing machine and then he brings it over to my end for me to wash, that's okay. I can do that for him. But I wouldn't encourage that, because the relationship is not about what you can clean or how best you can cook. There's more to marriage than that. And so you would have enough time to be cooking and cleaning when you get married. So focus your energies and your time on the necessary stuff, like building the right relationship, and then building working on a proper marriage, I would say.
Okay. So Ben, are you okay?
Yeah, somehow.
Oh, you could say something.
But so
if you have an
casually you visit him and then you go meet him washing, or maybe probably cooking.
Oh, one time I could help.
So what if
not a big deal.
every time you get there he's in the action?
That would be serious.
I'll either sit and talk to you
how
you wash,
very fishy.
Or once I see you are washing, I'll go and come back. I'll have an important call.
Because no, you can't tell me every time I call you I'm coming over. Exactly. That's the time you want to wash.
It will be so.
That would be very, very fishy.
Yeah.
So,
but do you think once in a while you can surprise your partner to wash?
Sure. Of course.
Wash with,
of course.
Cook with, not for.
We care about that.
Yeah, you could be sick or something, and then that would be that one exception. But
not an everyday affair where the man feels you're obliged to cook for him and clean for him.
Become a responsibility or a duty, Yes.
or a ritual.
Exactly. Okay. So I guess that's it. That is it. 3 big misconceptions.
Yes.
So if from what I get from you guys, your assertions is it's relative to the individuals. And if you're in a relationship, you should be able to talk about certain things. So even before you start the relationship, you should submit to your partner, okay, this is how I want my relationship to be like. These are the things I expect. These are the things I'm willing to do. These are the things I'm not going to do. So those boundaries should be set in the first place before you commence, so that there aren't too many surprises or head bumpings.
That's
Yes,
right.
exactly. But like I said, what we are saying isn't law. Just do what suits your situation. And as Christians, we know our lives are supposed to mirror Christ. So if you know what you're doing isn't pleasing to him, and at the end of the day you have regrets and you're not, it doesn't really satisfy, it's just for that moment, then you shouldn't be doing it. So whatever you do, ask yourself, what would
Sure.
Jesus do? And that's it. It's been an interesting conversation, Mary. Would you agree?
Definitely. I would. It's something that I'm sure a lot of people will
Yeah.
benefit from. And it will go a long way to help others on this. So it's really good we had the time to
Yeah.
discuss this.
Bernard, did you have fun?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Mandingo.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for your time. And thank you, listeners, for joining us and sticking with us. So until next week, be safe, be good, and let your light shine. Bye-bye.
Bye.